Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. When President William Samoei Ruto appointed Millicent Omanga and Margaret Wanjiru as members of the Nairobi Rivers Commission, he expected that the duo would be very happy, would be over the moon with joy for such quote-unquote prestigious appointment. But it later turned out that the duo rejected the appointment. In fact, in what has been discussed widely, Millicent Omanga took to her Twitter page and thanked President Ruto for that appointment, but also rejected the appointment. In fact, Millicent Omanga took to her Twitter page and thanked President Ruto for that special appointment, but humbly rejected the, the appointment. And that has been discussed, but it was the message that Millicent Omanga gave William Ruto, a very coded message after rejecting the appointment that caught my attention. And I want us to go to that very message. Millicent Omanga first thanked the president by saying that I'm deeply honored and grateful to His Excellency President William Samoei Ruto for the trust you've shown in appointing me to serve on the Nairobi Rivers Commission. It's truly a privilege to be considered for such a vital role in improving our beloved Nairobi environment and public health. After careful consideration, I must respectfully decline the appointment due to personal reasons. I remain committed to supporting efforts aimed at restoring Nairobi's rivers and stand ready to contribute in my capacity that aligns with my current commitments. Thank you once again for this honor and the consideration. So that is the rejection. But now, the message that followed is what caught my attention, and I don't know whether I'm reading too much. Millicent Omanga, just 3 hours after rejection, said this: Then I considered all that my hands had done and the toil I had expended in doing it. And behold, all was vanity and a striving after wind, and there was nothing to be gained under the sun. Happy Sabbath. This was yesterday, on Saturday. And I know she was wishing Sabbath keepers and all those who believe in it the happy Sabbath. But then that message to me was a coded message to William Ruto, if you ask me, because he was obviously quoting from the wise King Solomon, the wise man himself. I want you to note something. Before the appointment of Millicent Omanga and Margaret Wanjiru, they had been appointed as chief administrative secretaries, a slightly lucrative position. Not slightly, but a very lucrative position, because even after the review of salaries and Remuneration Commission had considered that they would be even paid more than the principal secretaries. It brought a lot of discussion. And then during that appointment, President Ruto had also removed the Nairobi Rivers Commission from the office of the president and returned it to the Ministry of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. So the prestige that comes with it was dwindling, because at least when something is in the office of the president, it looks big and it seems like you are reporting directly to the president. But then when it is transferred into another ministry, they were going to report to Alice Wahome, if you ask me, who is the Cabinet Secretary of Lands, Housing and Urban Development. So Millicent says that she considers, if we have to read it again, that then I considered all my hands had done and the toil I had expended in doing it. And behold, all was vanity and a striving after wind, and there was nothing to be gained under the sun. Why that message now? Because I know it's just a message like any other, but the timing is very significant. Why that message now? You see, don't forget that recently, people who are not in this government, people who rejected William Ruto, people who are competitors, are now in this government. After Raila joined the government And the ODM fraternity brags that they have helped William Ruto. They have stabilized the government. And Raila Amolo Odinga has been given 4 positions: Attorney General, Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Finance. And of course, if you have to consider all the other cabinet secretaries outside Nyanza, then we have Blue Economy and Cooperative. So Millicent Omanga is looking at this and she's like, I toiled to support William Samoei Ruto when Raila Amolo Odinga and her people were pulling apart. And then their people are in government, yet I'm being given a position as a member of a Nairobi Rivers Commission. That is my interpretation, and I could be wrong, because the message is coming immediately after rejecting the appointment. And Millicent Omanga is very quoting the wise man. She considers all that her toil, we are talking about toil, had expended, that is chasing after wind, and she says there is nothing to be gained under the sun. To me, that was a message to William Ruto. We helped you, we toiled, we had expectations, we supported you when you were rejected by some people. Then what do we get? Nothing. And that is why I looked at it and I thought that message is a direct attack to William Samoei Ruto. And that makes me feel that one of the reasons why Millicent Omanga rejected this was because that is a less prestigious position. So William Ruto demoted Millicent Omanga and she couldn't take it. Number 2, Millicent Omanga contested to be a woman rep in Nairobi. And she's really looking at things, the way politics is running and the trajectory is taking. She understands that the relationship between Esther Passaris and the ODM fraternity is not all that palatable, because she's been wavering. Esther Passaris has been wavering, and she understands that one of the reasons why Rigathi Gachagua fell out with William Samoei Ruto is this thing called Nairobi River. It was under the ministry of the Deputy President, and it involved, among other things, demolishing of houses after the raging floods. And Rigathi Gachagua distanced himself from it, saying we had campaigned and we promised people, the hustlers, that we would not destroy their property. Margaret knows very well that as a member of this commission, she will be part and parcel of the decision making, and the directives would involve such things like demolishing houses, knowing very well that later in maybe 2027 she would want to try her hands into the position of a woman rep. People will, the houses, the owners of the houses would accuse her of being cruel, of being part of the demolition team, and that will jeopardize her chances of being a woman rep. And I think that is one of the reasons, apart from the fact that she was demoted, why she rejected. Number 2, they will be working very closely with the Johnson Sakaja, who is the governor of Nairobi. Sometimes back, Millicent had accused Johnson Sakaja of sending goons to destroy some of her businesses in Nairobi, and that didn't go down well. And therefore, being part of this team would make them work very closely, something that I feel she does not want. And that is why she rejected it. And then I'm also thinking that with the uncertainty of the political future in Kenya after Raila got into politics, you do not know who is next, you don't know what is happening. I think she has decided to take a sabbatical leave just to look at how things are moving on. And I think that ego is well deserved. You cannot be demoted into that position. I mean, you better do your businesses if that can help you. Because when Ruto will be, mentioning those he has helped, he has given positions, he will be mentioning Millicent. And Millicent is thinking, from the position of Chief Administrative Secretary to being a member of Nairobi Rivers Commission, no. That is a demotion, and because of pride, she has decided to humbly say no. On this, I don't know whether I could be wrong, but I support. He's saying vanity. We helped you. We gave you the support. Now you've brought in other people. It is really vanity. Gachagua would support him that it is vanity. The former Minister of Finance would support him that it is vanity. If you ask Mithika Linturi, they will tell you it is vanity because they worked hard for it, they supported, now they are at the periphery. Those who rejected the very major political nemesis is now calling the shot. And Millicent is saying no.